What's up, nerds? Goz Master here with another Magic the Gathering puzzle quest. Today's quest. Hi, my name is Lukka. I attack Strixhaven second floor. I'm from Korea, but now Wayward Bonder's back for more. All right. So I'm not a singer. All right. Lukka Wayward Bonder. He's the new mono red Planeswalker from Strixhaven. Very excited to share this with you guys because this marks the first exclusive content that I'm able to share with you guys by way of Oktagon. So I want to definitely reach out and make sure that I thank Oktagon. Guys, thank you so much. Someone from Oktagon reached out to me. Nalthazar gave my contact details. Thanks, Nalthi. And they wound up reaching out to me, letting me know they wanted me to do an exclusive review of this Planeswalker. I am so excited, so grateful. Thank you guys. I can't let you know how much I appreciate this. I'm absolutely thrilled to do this. So that said, let's get right into it because there's a lot I want to cover. And as much as I appreciate them giving me this opportunity, I'm still going to shoot you guys straight on what I think of the Planeswalker and whether or not you should get him. Let's jump right into it. Through the magic of technology, we fast forward ourselves into the future to see a week, basically, or a few days, of Goz playing with Lukka Wayward Bonder and getting to the nitty-gritty of what this deck can do and what this Planeswalker can do so you can maximize your impact. So let's review everything that Lukka is. So mono red, a level 60, 123 life. He's got 3 abilities as usual. Let's go over his mana bonuses. +3 to white and black. -3 to blue. I never realized how impactful having a -3 to blue is. It's basically a push. You do nothing unless it cascades into something else. That actually can impact certain games. Now, the best benefit is you get a +6 to your red, of course. And then green is kind of just a push. It's just 3. It's the normal that you get. So it's important that you are, when you're playing with this, you're making sure no blue, like no blue. Black and white are good. Like the mana bonuses on that are pretty solid. But that blue one will catch you from time to time, so be mindful of it. All right, so Bonder's Tactics. Discard a card, then draw 2 cards. If the last card in your graveyard is a creature card, draw 3 cards instead. Then all creatures in your hand get +2/+2. So this is interesting in that no matter what you discard, that will be the last card that is in your graveyard. So it should read, when you discard a card, if it's a non-creature card, draw 2 cards. If it's a creature card that you're discarding, draw 3 cards, and then all creatures in your hand get +2/+2. Now, the only place this would matter is if you're playing against something like Kaya, who can, anytime anything goes to the graveyard, it basically gets exiled. So be mindful of that. It's a tricky one that has caught me a couple of times. It takes 6 loyalty to be able to make that one fire off. Make no mistake about it. You are spamming that first ability. Even if you don't have a creature in hand, don't try to save up for it. Just spam it every single chance you get to get A, the creatures into your graveyard that you want, or B, draw into the cards that you need to actually pull it off. You're going to use his first and second abilities the most because the second ability is Ozolith's Influence. Pick one of the first 4 different creature cards from your graveyard, return it to the battlefield under your control with its reinforcements. That creature gains Haste, Berserker, and Trample. Then exile it until the beginning of your at the beginning of your next turn. So you get it on the board. If it's something that has Defender, something that has Reach or Vigilance, then when they have their creatures attack, this creature can defend if it has the appropriate things that's there. So that's important in that they give us a creature that comes back to the board. It can go do what it wants to do. And then at the beginning of your next turn, then it's exiled. Important synergy on some things I'll show you here in just a second. And then the third ability is, and that one costs 9, so that's really easy to get to. 9 loyalty, a couple of swaps, good landfall, cascade, and you get into it. Second one is 12, Crafty Companion, very cheap to get to. Create a card named Mila Crafty Companion in your hand, then deal X damage to your opponent's Planeswalker. X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard and in your exile. So, people would think, well, if I'm exiling the creatures from my hand, like if I'm just running a ton of creatures into it and I fire that third one off, I might be able to do a lot of damage with it, right? Well, it's X is the number of creature cards, so it's not like their casting costs or their combined powers, base powers, or anything like that. It is the number of creatures, so you have to cycle through a ton of cards in order to get that. One thing I would have liked to have seen him in his abilities would have been the ability to go get 10 creatures. I'm going to move myself here. So you can see you're allowed up to 7 creatures, and then 7 spells, and then 5 supports. The challenge with that is if this is predominantly a creature build, like a creature deck, I would have loved to have been able to see this Planeswalker have the ability to cast 10 creatures or to hold 10 creatures in his body, but he doesn't. So let's jump into the gameplay. How does he play? So far, I'm going to let you know my thoughts on whether or not Lukka is worthwhile at the end. But for right now, I want to go through and show you how to be able to build out and use his abilities. Okay, so here's the Pauper build. One of the things that's important here is double strike. Really, really important is double strike, because you're going to get a lot of berserk between this creature's own ability and creatures that come back from the graveyard are going to have berserk, trample. So it's a good thing. She doesn't have trample. Very important that you get trample from that secondary ability. It works really, really well. She's really straightforward. 18 mana, really overpriced, for a legend or for a berserker double strike 4/4 human soldier. Now, Volcanic Rambler is just a staple in all decks that are Pauper, especially red. 5/3, it's got a beast of a arm, tiny booty, but when this creature enters the battlefield, destroy 2 blocks of 3/3 gems. It gives you a lot of ability to be able to hit the board, get some additional cascades, and help you with some of those mana conversions. Hellkite Punisher is my biggest flyer, 17 mana, 7/7 dragon flying. Activate 5 red. This creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. That can actually be very effective, especially when you synergize it with Volcanic Rambler. It allows you to be able to do that. Now, Sanctuary Smasher, I'm not sure if he should be in here, but the reason I like him is because when I cycle him, I can go dig in my deck better. And in addition to that, I put creatures in my exile as a result of it, so I can use my third ability if I ever do use my third ability. And furthermore, when I cycle it for just 2, I'm able to use that to target one of my other creatures with, give them first strike, like Volcanic Rambler, so that it's able to go out there and do some damage to them. Introduction to Annihilation. This is going to be your new best friend in Pauper, guys. 13 mana. It's got it's a spell card lesson. Colorless. Exile target creature. If you can't exile an opposing non-land support, its controller draws a card. So it's targeted removal for creatures and non-targeted. I would love targeted removal for supports, but non-targeted removal for non-land supports. Very good. Volcanic Geyser. Again, a little bit of damage that we're doing to our opponents. Stored mana up to 10. Demolish, critical in this meta right now. Needle Verge Pathway, so you know the drill. 2 reds to, at the beginning of your turn, 2 to red, and then 2 to white, which is one of our secondary colors. Notvold Slumber Mound, not sure if this is a good one or not, but at the beginning of your turn, convert 2 gems to red. When this support is destroyed, create a Troll Warrior token, then destroy an opposing land support. So I love that it destroys land supports on their part once it's destroyed. It's a little expensive at 12, but its other abilities really make up for what it does. Let me introduce you to one of my favorite new uncommon cards. So this creature is called Grinning Ingus. 8 mana, haste, 3/3, creature elemental. At the end of your turn, you may return this creature to your hand. If you do, then destroy 9 non-red gems. I love this card. When you get your synergy going with your mana conversion, he hits the board, he converts it, he comes back to your hand. He's like the new Startled Awake, but for red. I really, really dig him. But I'm scared because we're facing off against Kiora, and I'm not sure if she's strong enough, or if we're strong enough to be able to do battle with her. So let's see what she has to say about our Pauper deck. First things first, I want to go ahead and charge up my Introduction to Annihilation while I actually build up my other abilities. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Good, nice little cascade. I don't mind having that big guy on the board at all. He does become effective if you get him down. All right, look at this. Just as quickly as she can do it, she's already got what's on the board. Big stuff. Big stuff. All right, so let's go here for red. Always take your red matches, man. Don't be a hero. Don't try to figure out ways to game the system, because you're going to wind up losing them. All right, my turn. Here is Demolish. Let's get rid of whatever the heck that is. And let's start charging up. The other thing about Volcanic Geyser, too, is it allows you to attack. It allows you to be able to reactively stop an attacking creature if you get caught by something. All right, cool. That goes down. I get some white. Cool. Gang. Solid. Sorry, I said that. Forget that. Oh, my goodness. All right, so Needle Verge Pathway. Conversion is critical for this. We want to get our conversion out on the board as quickly as possible. And we're going to go here and into our first ability. And we got to start using it. I hope I draw a creature on my next draw, because I'd like to be able to throw it into the graveyard quickly. And there goes all my conversion, right? And they've got a lot of gems, converters, going forward. And yeah, this is going to be an interesting setup here. So we're going to unmute that. Actually, we will mute that. And we will look at, are we going to do this? No, I don't think we need to use that just yet. But I do need to use my first ability because I got to get some better cards in hand. There we go. 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 All right, so let's go here. Boom. All right, now that's a creature worth getting rid of. Now it doesn't have haste, right? So that's why we save our Annihilation card. So let's get that down here. Actually, let's leave that. Let's put this up here. We have our first ability, so let's go ahead and just ditch that card. Get it down. We draw our secondary deal. All right, now we see our creatures have they got a +1/+1. So we definitely want to put this one out ASAP real. And we're going to put this down here. And let's go get a red match. Here, boom. Green, boom. We're going to make you please go away. I do not want to be messing with that thing, for sure. And now we're back up to our second ability. You can see already we're fired up for our second ability. Now, got to get that first creature out on the board because I want to show you a trick with this. All right, we want to start charging that up for sure. Actually, we're going to leave that there. We're going to go here. Good. Cascades. Very well done. You can see I'm up to my third ability. And I'm going to show you what the third ability is, but I'm not going to use it because every time I played a game before this, I actually recorded a game before this that I didn't show that was this deck against a Mythic deck. Not enough power. We're just going to leave it. And what wound up happening was it just could not catch up. It could not catch up with that third ability. And that it's pretty frustrating, man, to see and think that that's what that is. All right, so we got our dude down. We've got our guy here, so we're going to use this ability. Now, but guys, why would you do that? As soon as he attacks, at the beginning of your next turn, you're basically wasting that guy, and you're going to lose him, right? I don't know if it's a bug. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't work that way. So I'm going to show you what it does do. We're not going to use that right now. We're going to wait. And I'm up to my third ability, so we're going to use it again. So I'm going to confirm. I'm going to draw Ignis back up. I'm going to get all of that conversion. Look at all that beautifulness. Oh, man, he's going to get a 5 swap. And you can see we're doing some serious damage to him right now, and it's effectively taking him out fairly quickly. So we're going to go ahead and shoot her because we don't want her on the board. She's too good. Zion is actually pretty, or Zioni, or whatever her name is. She's pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. Let's go ahead and use our third ability to see if it does any damage. Now, you have two choices here, Oktagon, and I'd like to really understand your thinking behind this. You may keep the original card, or you may invoke the related card. So you're getting Mila Crafty Companion, or you can invoke Lukka Wayward Bonder. So Mila is 12 mana for a support card that's white. When the first opposing creature attacks, that creature gets -2/-0 and gains Berserker until end of turn. So their creatures attack you. You better have first strike, or else you're just going to eventually take enough damage that they wind up, killing your creatures. When a non-token creature you control becomes a target of a spell an opponent controls, draw a card. If that card it gains half of its mana. So when a non-token creature you control becomes a target of a spell an opponent controls, draw a card. It gains half of its mana. Why not just any creature we have, right? And it's got to be a spell an opponent controls. Why not let us target our own stuff? If not invoked, when an opposing creature deals damage to a creature you control, that opposing creature, disable that opposing creature for 2 turns. So if it does damage to my creature, it's disabled for 2 turns. This is a really complicated card. Oktagon, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you letting me play test this card, this Planeswalker, early. I am totally confused as to why this is this Planeswalker's third ability. I can go get these cards, and if I wanted to play them, I would play them. This card is not good. I'm not impressed with it. This one, on the other hand, look at this. If not invoked, when a creature enters the battlefield under your control, deal X damage to the last opposing creature. X is equal to that creature's power. This effect can trigger up to 1 time per turn. I don't care that it's 1 time per turn. Anytime I get a creature that enters the battlefield, I'm doing damage to them. I'm excited to take this card, except as long as if it's not invoked. Well, I can only get it by invoking it. So why am I getting it? Well, okay, the abilities must be good. Discard a card, then draw a card. If you discard a creature card this way, draw 2 cards instead. Okay, so it's a little bit faster than before, but I'm not giving the +2/+2 to my other creatures like my first ability is. So, okay, maybe it can work in synergy with them. -7, return the first creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature gains haste, then reinforce that creature. And it's not till end of turn or exiled afterwards that it gets to stick around. Cool, but my second ability is already doing that right now, whether it's broken or not. Oh yeah, and it costs 15 mana. So when I invoke this thing, look at this. Yeah, let's go invoke it. It gives me nothing. It doesn't get any mana. It doesn't get full mana. It doesn't hit the board right away. I then now need to charge it up. Plus, I've wasted a bunch of my loyalty to go get it done. Oktagon, I love you guys, man, but I don't know what you were doing with this ability. This ability is really, really rough, man. Really, really rough. Now, I use my creature. I get him buffed up. Give him some bonus stuff. I'm not now. We're going to get all our stuff on the board. And that's just about game. I'm going to use my secondary ability to get that secondary creature. And I would really encourage, my dragon, I just put it here as a placeholder because it's a big creature and it can swing. But at the end of the day, you want something that will actually do some double damage because that's a really important thing. And then finally, oh, there's no creatures in my graveyard is why. That's why I can't do it. All right. So I didn't even get Bonder out. Let's just go here. Let's go there. I should have taken the red swap, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's take you out. And that has trample, so that's game. Yeah, so maybe it's the build. Maybe it's something that's not optimized for the first two abilities. And I know that you're going to be playing with better creatures than what I'm playing here. So because of that, to that end, I built 2 more decks. I'm going to show you 2 more gameplays. I'm going to show you kind of a rare only build, like it's just rare level cards with some pretty powerful cards, and the rare has some pretty substantial stuff. And then I'm going to show you a mythic OP build that's ridiculous, and I'm going to show you how Lukka pilots them. Let's get it done. Okay, so let me go over my rare build. As you can see, Rite of Flame. I'm not going to go through this as in-depth as I normally would like a deck tech. I'm just going to show you what's in the deck. Rite of Flame, Transmogrify, Molten Echoes for some haste and some doubling up, Shadow Spear for some life gain, Abbot of Carol Keep. He's basically like the adult version of the Volcanic Rambler. Although, actually, as I look at it, I'm not sure if I enjoy this more than that one or not. I'm not sure. They're both pretty good. The other one at 8 mana, pretty powerful, probably an upgrade. Demolish, still need it. Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle, is our red conversion, and in addition to that, it also does some damage to your opponent. Needleverge Pathway, same. Nahiri's Lithoforming, I'm not sure if this card should be in here simply because it reduces your mana bonus to 0, basically, so you're just getting 3. But, you know, it is doing some board damage there, so it is something to do. And, of course, the most important card in the build is Quartzwood Crasher. You know I was going to run something that was a little OP here for you, right? Probably the most powerful rare creature in the game still. Outside of Leaf, actually, it's more powerful than Leafkin Avenger because Leafkin Avenger needs a bunch of other cards to do it. This all on its own can win a game in just a couple of turns. Very powerful stuff. Let's go use the deck. I was going to edit it here. This is it right here. And we're going to be fighting Tamiyo. Let's see if this can hold up to this beast of a Planeswalker. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go. I'm going to go here. What am I going to do? I'm going to do Nahiri's Landformer. Let's try to get that out here as quickly as possible. We can go here just to take a swap from them and hopefully get something on the next one. I took my red. You're evil, lady. You're evil. But that's all right. You gave me a red. Actually, let's get our conversion on the board. Really just want to get that out of the way and get it done. It's nice with that red swap. Let's blow some stuff up. All right, so we're at our 3rd ability already. Cool. Cool. So powerful. All right, so we've got some red matches, but I want to go ahead and I want to get out Molten Echoes, and I want to go ahead and get out, do they have anything on the board? No, I can ditch my Demolish. And I don't need 2 Needleverge. I do want to go ahead and draw. Boom, and boom, and boom. There we go. So now my Quartzwood gets bigger. We have this, which is what I want to do. And I want to get my Valakut out too, but patience, Iago. Again, don't get cheeky with it. Just get it done. All right, so there we go. All right, so now I've got my third and secondary abilities. That's all good. We have our haste out. So let's see what we can do for a little fun here. That's not going to do anything, I know, but I hope we can get some other stuff done. That powers that up. That gets to go. Wang, wham, boom. We get to go. Should have used my first ability there. Because I didn't use my secondary ability, I should have used my first so I could go get some other cards. Well, that's no good. Dude destroyed my dude. Dude. All right, let's go. Hopefully we draw a creature here so I can... Nope, but I do want that. But I want Transmogrify as well. So let's do this. 1, 2. We're going to demolish, yes. Yes. And we're going to go here. Maybe we catch a drop. Nope. Maybe we still catch a drop. We did. Not the one we wanted. To hurt our deal. Transmogrify. Do we want this? Yeah, we do. We want to Transmogrify because it's going to give him haste. And we get the other creature token. We get our creature back on the board. We're good. Now I can use my secondary ability. Watch this. Watch. Watch this. Are you watching? How about now? A little more? All right, so we don't need that one, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go grab our quartz wood. Bam, double, triple, quadrupleized. We got all kinds of good stuff coming here, and we're going to, let's just go here. Take the easy road. Boom. I was going to say, don't mess up my haste there, man. All right, so now we're at a point now where the game is under control, and I win. Gives you a chance to be able to see that that first ability can really, honestly, that first and second power can be very effective with the right creatures. Creatures that can stack, something like that, that can go get you, fetch you the one creature you've got on your board that you can use to basically dominate, can work extremely, extremely well. So I really encourage that if you're going to take this Planeswalker, when you take this Planeswalker, if you're one of those all collectors, it's going to be down to putting the right cards into the build that are going to get it done. That's not the OP build. Let me show you my OP build and how he works without how much quicker it plays. Mythic build. So, Velomachus, Lorehold, 18 mana, 8/8, red, white, dragon. When this creature attacks, pick one of the first 4 different spell cards from your library, fetch that card, it gains X mana, X is equal to this creature's power. This is just a stupid deck. Cast Dissident Mage. Whenever you cast a spell card, exile that card at the beginning of your turn. Return the first spell card from your graveyard to your hand. It gains full mana. Use his first ability, put some spells in the graveyard. This card allows you to do some full powered stuff. Prismatic Bridge. You know what Prismatic does. You should have Prismatic Bridge. Go get Prismatic Bridge. When Fibblethip makes it available, get it. As soon as you can craft it, craft it. Whatever you can do, do it. Mox Ruby. It's only gold. Go get it. Fiery Emancipation. This card, like, I don't even want to show you this build with this card in this deck because this card alone wins games for red like that. It's so fast. Fire Emancipation, your creature attacks does 3x damage, what its power is for red creatures. And in addition to that, any spell you cast, it does that casting cost to your opponent's face. Whirlwind of Thought, we want to maximize our getting of loyalty. Ruinous Ultimatum, just in case we need to clear the board. Chromanticore, because I love Chromanticore for life gain. Twin Flame, you're going to see what it does here in a minute, and then Rite of Flame to go cast some stuff and get things moving right away. That is the deck. Let me show you what it does with our boy Raul, or Lukka. Yeah, Lukka. All right, so we're going up against Nalthazar's favorite character, so let's go. Let's get it. All right, so we're going to very quickly as we can, we want to get as many reds as we can. You'll notice I'm not running any red conversion on this one. You really don't need it. I mean, turn 1, haste. What you want to do is go get Twin Flame right away, okay? And that's basically it. And then you want to have your next card have enough mana in it so that you can double it up. All right, so let's do this. Let's put that there. Let's do this, frankly. That's what I want to do. Ooh, and I want to ditch a card here. I think I actually want to ditch Chromanticore so I can draw some other cards because I want to get to Mox Ruby as quickly as possible. And you're not missing anything by doing that. So let's see if I can get this to go here. Deal. Let's just go. Come on, don't overthink it. We're going to use Twin Flame. Yes. You want to do it again? Yes. So 24, confirm, yes. What do we want? We want Chromanticore, yes. Full mana, next turn, full Chromanticore. Simple, easy peasy, right? Then on my next turn when I attack with him, I'm just going to go get Rite Flame. again, I don't mind if he dies. I do not mind if he dies. All right, let's get this out. I want to drop this there. All right. So that does that. I say yes. I go get another Twin Flame. Now I have his first ability set up, so let's go ditch a creature. All right, let's do... Twin Flame is good. Let's actually ditch Villamachus. Let's cast that. Let's exile that. And I think we're good. So I'm going to use my first ability. Bam. Go draw 2 cards. There's a Ruby. What's up, Ruby? Let's do this. Do I have any good swaps, man? Come on, man. Why did you do this to me? Literally, I got nothing. Are you kidding me? I got a blue swap that's going to drop into nothing. I got no black. Okay, well, at least this has some potential to get something. Say nothing. All right, let's do this. Do I have enough to do it? And I can't even draw the card from him because I drew too many cards. I should have exiled some cards out of my hand. Mistake, misplay. You got to make sure you have enough cards in hand so that you can draw the cards you want to from his ability. All right, so let's get back into it. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, I don't even need Fire Emancipation. I don't need Ruinous. Let's go ahead and use our secondary ability. Let's go get Villamachus. So we're up to 16 now. Now I can use this ability. Not enough, man. Come on. Now I've got Mox on the board, and essentially I can go do this. What do we want to get? Let's get another Twin Flame. We want to end the game as quickly as possible. That's the extent of our powers, little one. We just want to go win as quickly as possible. Chromanticore is awesome because if you ever get 3 creatures on the board, then what winds up happening is we don't need Ruinous. We don't need another Mox. Is this red? This is red, so we actually do want to get that creature out. And let's go here. Boom. If you ever do get what's his face out, 3 creatures on the board, then it gives Villamachus. We'll actually take a Chromanticore here. It gives him lifelink, but we don't need it because we've got it. And if we had the other card on the board, Fire Emancipation, it would just decimate them. So you can see very clearly with the right creatures and the right card combinations, you will never ever use Lukka's third ability. A few other synergies that Lukka winds up having is being able to use certain creatures that give enters battlefields effects. Anything that comes in with creatures creates tokens, does something like that. You can use Transmogrify to delete those tokens and bring them in. They work really well. Also cards, one thing that I loved doing but didn't find the right creature cards with the right abilities or the right powerful creatures are foretold creatures. So what happens is you get a creature that you bring back from the graveyard to play, it attacks, it stays on the board till the beginning of your next turn. Then when it is exiled, it basically puts the token on the board. So you get to always have your creatures go back and forth as long as there's not already a foretold token on the board. It is some synergy that winds up working well with Lukka's second ability. Another thing that I see is anything having to do with exile for this Planeswalker can work really well. So any benefits you get from cards that are exiled from, specifically creature cards, from your board or from play, wind up making a big difference for you. A secondary ability, anything when those creatures come into play and they deal damage, specifically if they're effects that do damage to your opponent's Planeswalker. So because of the trample ability, you can roll right over the top of them with those abilities. Plus, if you have creatures with double strike, they just do devastating amounts of damage and worth one-shotting your opponent with that secondary ability. To the third ability, what you can wind up doing, and a couple of things I didn't play test, you might want to check out Nalthazar's video because I think he's going to be doing some of this, is feeding the graveyard. And then feeding the creatures into the graveyard, you wind up putting yourself in a position where I would mess with mutate creatures. I would do something that allows me to maximize the number of creatures that I have up to 7. And then I would just use like Thrill of Possibilities and any cards that are like Magma, something or other. You draw a card, ditch a card, draw 2 cards. Or there are some that make you discard your entire hand that wheel your hand, like the dragon that does that you could do that with. And that might be something that helps put enough creatures into there as is possible. Or What you really could do is use a cycle deck, and every time you cycle a card, a creature card, you wind up drawing another card, and that could be something you do that just maximizes it. Stop the presses. Here it is. Yadaro, Wandering Monster, Sanctuary Smasher, Prismatic Bridge, Ruinous Ultimatum, Elemental Masterpiece, Creative Outburst, Shredded Sails, Riel, Surly Badzar, and Mox Ruby. 9 mana, 3/6, blue-red, human wizard. While on the battlefield, this creature gets +X/+0 with the number of spell cards in your graveyard. When you cycle another card, move that card to your graveyard instead. Important. Then draw a card. And then Surly Badger Soar. 13 mana, Badger Dinosaur, 6/6. It's Badger Soar. When you cycle or discard another card, if that card is a creature card, this creature gets +2/+2. If that card is a land card, create a gold token. If that card is a non-creature, non-land card, this creature fights target opposing creature. Yes, let's fight. And you know what the rest of it does. Is this the build that breaks Lukka Wayward Bonder? Let's see. All right, so first things first, we want to get this out. Oh, we want to get both of these out, actually. So let's get that out so it doubles our cycle. We want to go red here. Boom, done deal. As simple as easy peasy, right? All right, so now we want to get our secondary creature out, and that would be more red. More red, did you spake? All right, so now we can start cycling if we need to, start drawing double cards. All right, and what we want to do here is we want to as quickly as possible, we want to get creatures into the graveyard, and we want to we get doubles of these, so you want to ditch any duplicates you have. And then I want to go get, I really want to go find Who's-He What's It. Not another of you. I want to go find Mox Ruby. Here. That was a mistake. Give him a 5-swap. Here you go, Karn. Take it. Come on, Karn. What are you doing? Come on. Alright, so we didn't draw. I should have tossed one of these guys. Actually, can toss that. Can toss that. I can cycle that. I'm going to give you first strike. There's the ruby. There's the sail. So we want to get this out as quickly as possible. Actually, I think I want to get that out. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so we got our critter out, and now we can really start beefing him up. And they're giving me all the Let's get this out first. Get some mana in our hand. Let's do Surly Badgesaur. So let's actually go ahead and do that. Let's get him out. Ooh, actually not now. Thought he had that. Let's do this. He gets plus. He gets a fight. I'm not going to fight him now. I actually made a mistake. I should have gone with my critter first. Give him first strike. Boom and boom. I draw 2 cards, yes. Now he gets bigger. Let's see, do we have another one? I don't have enough to get it done, so let's actually ditch you. I can actually ditch you. Draw 3 cards. Boom and boom. Boom. Okay, they all get beefed up. And now we don't have enough to do anything, but we do want to cast you. We don't want to actually do anything fancy with you, but I got to make some room in my hand. So we got rid of Ruinous, so I can draw my next card. Looking for red. Come on, man. I got this. All right, cool. There's that. We're going to use our third ability. Not before we fight, though. Come on. Alright, Shredded Sails. We're going to go ahead and ditch another one of those. Ooh, there's another Mox Ruby. Going to fight. Yes, select, kill. And what we really want to do with him is we actually want to go get... we don't have one of those creatures, though, out. So what do we want to do here? We're going to go ahead and get rid of those, because we don't need those. We're going to... Ooh, I can't cycle. What do we want to fill up? I think we want to fill up you. So we're going to, actually we're going to use our third ability. Boom. We're going to go ahead and take that one. Whatever. But it did, I didn't even see how much damage it did. How much damage did it do? Battle log. 6 points of damage. Okay. Cool. 6 points of damage. So we're going to get this charged up now. And we're going to go here. Boom, boom. All right, so now we have plenty of mana. All right, next card. We're going to cycle. And a benefit of these cards is they actually, in doing that, they give you these gold tokens that you can break. So those are actually pretty powerful. Let's go ahead and do... Dude, we don't need all of you. Yeah, I guess we're going to do that. Another one of those. They beef up. There's a prismatic. That's what we want. Get that prismatic out here. Back where it came from, so help me. And... ugh. I guess we're going to do that. No more moves? Sure, give him all the reds. And you can see clearly we're destroying him. We're just crushing him. Oh, he's got his third. Let's see what he does. Oh, he put out a card token. Nice. Very nice. Oh, he killed my guy. Not cool. Not cool, bro. Not cool at all. Is this... nope. Oh, that's up there. Okay. So we want to go ahead and do... actually, we need this one out. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Boom. Comes out. We get all of our abilities. Come on, man. We can do this. And he's at 16 life. We're going to win. I mean, it's easy peasy. All right. Let's just go here. Okay. Come on, man. Let's make this thing work. Let's make this thing just hum for all the critters. Boom. We should have double dropped this. We don't need you. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. You get out of here with that. Come on. So we're going to cycle. Let's do this one. Boom. All right, there it is. Now we're getting some critters. Let's go. Let's go. No, not yet. All right, creature. Let's go for strike. Let's go. Now the prismatic bridge. We don't need it, so you want to get rid of that prismatic bridge. Boom. Let's do it again. Boom. Let's go. All right. And now we do a creature, yes? Or a spell. Shoot, I can't get rid of these, can I? Actually, we'll ditch the prismatic. We don't need it. We're going to win right now anyways. Boom and boom. All right, let's fight. Let us fight, you and I. See? That's how you use it. That's how you use it for creature control. That's how you get it out of there. Let's actually get this here. And let's go here. Just have fun. Wang. Good game. Boom. Cycling for Lukka. I built the deck using unpredictable Cyclone, and it wasn't his abilities. You couldn't use any of his abilities with it. It didn't mesh well. This version works a lot better. Does it change my mind on the build? And on the Planeswalker? No. Same things as I thought before. So let's conclude. So, what do I think about Lukka Wayward Bonder, and should you pick him up? I gotta be honest, guys. I'm sorry. I cannot express how appreciative I am to Oktagon to giving me this opportunity to be able to review this Planeswalker in advance. So I hope that this doesn't sour your view of me in reviewing this, but I gotta be honest with you guys. My first loyalty is to you, my followers who watch these videos and want me to be honest with you about what's going on. Lukka is not one of my favorite red Planeswalkers. My challenge with it is I'm going to be frank, that third ability kills it for me. And to be fair, so many of the new Planeswalkers we've been seeing, like Sarah, Ultimate, and her first and second abilities, I think, are really where the power is. Like, I don't even use her third, so I get it. There's a couple of cards that are viable with Onyx, Professor Onyx, that I think is great, but it's a kind of a one-trick focused pony, but the rest of the other two abilities work really well. And this Planeswalker falls in alignment with the rest of those, where the first two abilities are really what you're going to use. His first ability is really solid. Easy to get to. It allows you to wheel your hand. You can go grab creatures, or you can go draw some cards from your library that you can wind up needing that are going to be very effective for you in a pinch. And as long as you have the right cards, Lukka could be a very powerful Planeswalker. In comparison to who, though? You know my favorite mono-red Planeswalker is Karn. He is the best mono-red Planeswalker, hand down. You may enjoy him, picking him up to use his first and second abilities. I think they're great powers. I think they work really, really well. And if you love like janky foretold stuff, or if you like cycling cards, creatures out of hand, similar to Ikoria, and getting them in exile as quickly as possible, and then using them to hit your third ultimate. And I'm curious to see what you guys think. What do you guys think of Lukka Wayward Bonder? Because I would love to hear your thoughts on how to break them. That said, I've been very wrong about Planeswalkers in the past. I have to use them for quite a while. One shining example of that for me is Nissa of Shadowed Boughs. I thought she was a one-trick pony. I thought I wasn't going to be using her very much. She's probably one of my heaviest used Planeswalkers, especially in reoccurring killing creatures or recasting creature objectives. I love using her. Her objectives, her win conditions get very easy when I go combo off with her. But again, at first I thought, meh, it's kind of fun. I dig Reanimator, so that's why I liked it. But then I realized later on that it became a very effective way of getting it done. Objectives that have a certain number of cards in your graveyard, Lukka might be one that does that for you. Oktagon, again. I can't thank you enough, man, for letting me review this, getting exclusive access to this in advance. This was a lot of fun to really do my best to go try to break and show the maximum impact I could for this Planeswalker. And I think his best ability is in what I spotlighted here. Putting creatures in the yard, bringing them back out, giving them haste, doubling up, using their enters battlefield abilities, Vimalakis, whatever his name is. That's just 6 synergy with what you've got there, especially when you use that Twin Flame card. It just becomes very, very powerful. At the end of the day, is it strong enough for you? Is it what you look for in a Planeswalker? Is it how you love to play? If it is, I would love to hear how you break it and your comments below. As always, if you're watching this for the first time, listen, I appreciate you. Join the quest, comment, like, and most importantly, subscribe so you can get notifications whenever we have these videos out. I don't get paid for these. I do these for fun. I do this because I absolutely love this game, and I love most of what Oktagon puts out for this, for these sets and for these Planeswalkers. And I'm always going to steer you in the way that I love to play this game. I love breaking cards. It's the funnest thing to do. And I love playing in Standard. So if you're watching me for the first time, I appreciate you. You could have been anywhere in the world for the last 20 plus minutes. You chose to spend that time with me here, and it is appreciated. Join our quest, join our party, comment, link, subscribe below. And as always, let me know your gamer name down below, what coalition you're playing with. Maybe I'll see you in our next adventure. Till our next quest, my friends, swords up. Hi, my name's Lukka. I live on the Wayward Bonder. Maybe you've seen me before. That's not good. Hi, my name is Lukka. I live on the 2nd floor. I live upstairs from you. I teach class at Strixhaven sometimes, some doors. No, not good. Hi, my name is Lukka. I live on the 2nd floor, and I teach on the 2nd floor. Does he even teach? Let's go look.